All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the true power with General Sarasun said he kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to not only the Sarasun Seti YouTube page, but the General Seti YouTube page, two dynamic powerhouse institutions on YouTube, giving you nothing but black power, black divinity. I want you to subscribe immediately. I want you to become a member. The link for the memberships right down in the video description. It's in the chat. All you had to do is just click it. You get a video introduction rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasun Seti General Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. The General got a new website up on Teachable, uploading a lot of dynamic curriculums, powerhouse programs, certificate courses. First one up, 25 Steps to the Redemption of Definitive Black Manhood, designed by the General strictly for the brothers. It's an amazing, amazing course. You can get a preview of it by clicking that link right over there in the chat. Also included the Brotherhood of Heru Roundtable live stream, where the brothers meet once a week discussing very vital, powerful, and important information pertinent to our growth and development. I want you to get on over there, check it out, and become a brother, become a member today. Ring the alarm, KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasun Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessory for every room in the house. I got something for you, family. I know you're going to like and love. Get on over there, check out that catalog, get a discount. Shop and save and shop. Pull the fire alarm, GeneralSeti.com, Seti University, over 2,500 videos, 40 different subjects, all the subjects that you know and love from the General. We got the old Mecca, we got ancient Egypt, we got ancient Nubia, Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Hinduism, we got Freemasonry, hip-hop, occult, Black Illuminati, all the New World Order, the black woman is God, making of the white man, and so much, much more. Not another website nowhere on the planet that could compare, compete. Become a member today, and everybody know Seti popping on Patreon. We got number 5 for your family. I want you to get on over there. We got 7 sanctuaries of the Abydos Temple, the spiritual stargates to the constellations of chaos. Why would you want to miss that? You better get over to pay. Click that link right up at the top of the chat immediately. Ancient Egypt, military colony of Mother Ethiopia. Get on over there. We got heat already over there. You see, the power of the old kingdom, Kemet, is the goal to civilizations, period. Mind-blowing pyramid age. We got over 500 mind-blowing presentations. Cannot be duplicated nowhere on the planet. Get on over there, family. And to all the family donated to the General, I thank you. I appreciate you for the fact you appreciate me. Any of the family out there would like to donate, the link is right there in the chat. And make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarasun Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. Here we go. Today we're going to be talking about the banned book they call the Book of Enoch. A book of Enoch, another fairy tale book that niggas mystify. It's some information in it, but niggas mystify like it's really a Enoch. You understand what I'm saying? They believe a motherfucker in the flesh went up to heaven. You see that God came down. Well, why Jesus? What did Jesus die for? You see what I'm saying? If Jesus died for motherfuckers go to heaven, how did Enoch get a pass? He gotta get in heaven free card. So how was he able to get in? You see, so it's a whole lot of contradictions in that shit. You see, a whole lot of you've been paying Jesus for the last since you've been on this motherfucker, trying to get into heaven. And Enoch got in for free. God damn, you understand what I'm saying? We need to hook up. Maybe we need to holler at Enoch. Yeah, maybe we need to holler at Enoch. But it's some real serious, crazy shit going on with Enoch. You know, people, you know, they like to get all off. It ain't nothing but a Gnosticism. You know what I'm saying? But all this, you know, this laboratory shit and creating man in the laboratory, you got to understand the mind that can conceive some shit like that. You see, where they believe, we don't believe we were created in no goddamn laboratory. See, that's somebody that's lacking. You see, they lacking spirituality. They lacking a connection to the cosmos. That's not the primordial, the divine primordials of the planet. You see, which are black people. We know, you understand, our connection to the cosmos. We're not confused. We're not going around saying some Anunnaki is shaking up alligator genes and human genes and putting a little, you know, a few little, you know, hippopotamus genes in a miracle whip jar, shaking it up and creating all type of hybrids and shit. That's all that shit in Greece and shit, you know, because they couldn't understand everything. See, because they are not spiritual. You see, they can't see the esoteric understanding when we take the ibis. And yeah, we say, and you know, we give it a human, you know, you give it a ibis head, and then you got a human, you know, torso and, you know, with legs, and you feel what I'm saying? Because in esoteric understanding is not a hybrid. It is saying that we respect the ibis with the beat being, you know, similar to, you know, the stylus, the pen, you know, that this and other traits that go along with it. But it became a symbol of writing, of sacredness. You see what I'm saying? And so there was no, but see, these people, when they seen a lot of the, you know, the glyphs on the wall, they literally, because they coming from a barbaric state, you know, coming from a, and we're already doing it anyway. You see, you know, you got all that Greek shit, and so when you look at that, you don't see where no damn, you know, hybrids like that. You know, you don't see no hybrids like that. It's, you know, it's esoterical, but they literally believe that the hybrids were real. You feel what I'm saying? When we show the Naga, you see, when we show the Pharaoh as the Naga, it's esoterical. We understand that this is the immortal. You see, we're looking at the infinite ruler of the planet. You see, and so it's a symbol of infinity and immortality. You see, eternity, that we continue to evolve. We didn't believe that, you know, a snake with a human head was actually, you know, slithering around Egypt and shit and things of that nature. So you talking about a very mundane, very wicked, very backwards mind, you know. And so even when you look at that, you know, unless of course they were talking about the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal, but they say that this was divinely created. You feel me? You know, and this is fucking evolution on steroids. I got some videos. This ain't nothing but evolution on steroids. You got a motherfucker coming from an amoeba. You know, you gonna come from a snot. You know, you gonna come from snot, and goddamn it, and you gonna evolve into a platypus, and then you evolve into a goddamn you know, whatever the next stage up until you ain't got no soul. You're not you just happen to be. You feel me? It was the way that, you know, the world came together, and just so happened through the course of evolution, you know, coming from an amoeba, coming from snot, and then going into the platypus, and then going into, you know, to some monkeys and shit, and then you became man. You know, but you the only thing in all creation with this type of intelligence. So by the roll of the dice, you know, you evolved into the higher intelligence. And so we do not believe that. We believe all intelligence is divinely, you know, created. You feel me? That, you know, we are not here by chance. And so when I look at some of the things that were said in the book of Enoch, it's a bunch of bullshit. Okay, just gonna be 1,000. There's no book, and see, I don't give credit to no goddamn book that didn't come out the Nile Valley. You see what I'm saying? You don't get no credit from me. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? That's some diluted shit. You missing you missing something. You show me what been constructed with the book of Enoch. But a bunch of goddamn book clubs and shit with motherfucker going there and what the shit called where you masturbate, you intellectually masturbate and shit and talk all this shit. But what has been built with this book? I can show you what been built in ancient Egypt with the information that our ancestors have carved all over Egypt. Ain't no books of Enoch. You ain't got nobody talking about no angels or nothing came out and mixed some goddamn animals up and shit. That's that Greek mythology shit. That's that Greek mythology shit where they got goddamn centaurs and shit, and they got all them damn stories where they interbreed. They literally interbreeding with animals and shit, and that's Greek mythology, man. That's Greek mythology. And if it came out of Ethiopia, then goddamn it, y'all somebody. And I don't believe that. You see what I'm saying? Anything got to do with the Bible is yesterday's shit. You feel what I'm saying? I don't give a goddamn if they say it came out of Ethiopia or not. That's some yesterday shit. A lot of time they create these fabricated tales and then get a nigga to sign off on it. And I'm just gonna let you know that some of them, them peoples over there in the continent, they ain't indigenous. They tethers. You got some niggas over there in that continent that's tethers too, and then they act like until a nigga pull their records and shit, It's a lot of tethers over there that's, they cosplaying and shit. Like they goddamn originals and shit. You feel me? And they not. They not. It's a whole lot of hybrid ass niggas over there pretending like they official. And you understand what I'm saying? And they fabricated. They want to be official, but fabricated. And so I'm just going to tell you that. So they'll give, they try to, give legitimacy to things like the Bible and shit and talk down on the Nile Valley civilization. I didn't seen it when I was over there. You know what I'm saying? They don't respect, the indigenous culture. They say, oh, that's when we was pagan. You go over there and, they'll take you to the churches and shit and this, that, and the third. But then when you want to go over there to Oxum, before they was, into Christianity and when they was still into the Nile Valley civilization, they was still building a stela that looked like obelisks. And when you get over there and you say, oh, I see that they got a star and they got a moon and they, you know what they say? Oh, that's when we was pagans. You see what I'm saying? So they talk down on the true indigenous Nile Valley culture. And so I don't got no, this book of Enoch shit is is overrated and is way overrated. Okay, let's check this shit out. It's some shit that I didn't even know that was in the goddamn book. And anything that goddamn silly Billy Carson is trying to use, you already know, to throw that shit. You use it as a sword against the motherfucker because it's easy to master. It's nothing. You feel what I'm saying? As soon as I already know it's like a fingerprint, a historical fingerprint. And I be dusting that shit off like, I'm the top detective and shit. Or I already got you niggas on file. As soon as I get to seeing shit, I didn't study long enough. When I see certain shit, I got you niggas on file. I know who you niggas is. You understand what I'm saying? I know exactly who you niggas. Oh, you talking that? Oh, you mixing shit in? Oh, yeah. That just like that one goddamn movie. The Island of Dr. What's that shit? Moreo or whatever. I forget the name of that. Where he was on the goddamn island and he was mixing motherfuckers with animals and shit. Oh, sick shit. You feel what I'm saying? Here we go, family. Let me put this first one up here. Let's go.
And monsters, meaning there was...
Watch this shit, man. Listen to this shit.
The Book of Enoch explained a group of mysterious creatures that fallen angels created. Today, that's what we'll be covering in the Book of Enoch. You see, the Nephilim giants are not the only hybrid beings that were created. There were also mysterious crossbreeds between animals and humans. Let me explain.
You see that? They mixing goddamn animals and humans. Mixing animals and humans. Okay, that just let you know that's Eurocentric, man. I already know. You see, I ain't gonna play no games with you. You know what I'm saying? That's that Aryan shit. You see, real talk over there and you know, and them motherfuckers in northern India too. I ain't talking about the Kushites. I ain't talking about the Kushites. You see, and you get to seeing shit in there, and you get to seeing shit. You see what I'm saying? You get to seeing shit. If they did it with the Europeans. They ain't do it with Africans, goddamn it. Yeah, you know, motherfucker got Wolfman disease and all this. Motherfucker look like they got real reptilian skin. Motherfucker get shit on their skin. Motherfucker be reptilian and eyes and shit bulge and look like salamanders and shit. And do you hear what I'm saying to you today? Do you hear what I'm saying to you today? I got the historical fingerprint. You know, I come in with my goddamn glasses on and my detective hat on and shit, and I got my goddamn you know, my what's that what they call that shit where you be looking through the magnifying glass and shit. I be in there and I say, oh, you talking that mixing humans with animals? Oh, I got you motherfuckers on fire. Oh yeah, right there. Greco-Roman, Aryan, yeah, y'all motherfuckers on that shit. Yeah, you got something going on up in there too, because you got, you know, you're having some hybrids and shit. Yeah, okay. I know where this come from. Yeah, let's keep playing this.
Blaine. The Book of Enoch mentions how the 200 Watchers experimented on humans and animals to create monstrous hybrid beings. The book reads, the 200 angels choose animals on which to perform unnatural.
That nigga Ray crazy. Say Dr. Seti on the
acts, including presumably humans. 200 donkeys, 200 rams, 200 goats, 200 beasts. From every animal, from every bird, from miscegenation. The outcome of the demonic corruption was violence, perversion, and a brood of monstrous beings. They defiled, they begot giants and monsters. Now, as we can see, the Book of Enoch referred to giants and monsters, meaning there were several different hybrids.
So that's crazy because now it created giants and monsters. We're going to have to get off in there because where the monsters at? Yeah, maybe we need it. But see, what you have to understand, because they use I told y'all about the esoterical language. They use fairy tales to hide the truth. Now, if you believe in Enoch and shit and this, that, and the third, then, you know, this is just way because I'm going to break his name down in the upcoming video. You feel what I'm saying? Not today, but tomorrow I will. You see, I want to extend. I had been dropping so much, I had to take a break today. But yeah, you talking about, you know, blending all type of, you know, animals and shit. Say a whole lot of animals. So we talking some real weird shit here now, you know. And so it you know, is there some way to validate that? You see, is that where all these motherfucking hominoids and shit and all that, the Neanderthal and all the Cro-Magnon man and all of this shit? You know, they try to put that shit on us. We magnificent. What the fuck are they talking about? Yeah, we magnificent. God damn it, they just had a 50. You know, they got this challenge and shit, man. Not today, but tomorrow. They had a challenge on TikTok where they was, you know, people over 50 and supposed to come out and show people what they look like at 50. Man, them goddamn Neanderthals got up there, man. It looked like they literally dug motherfuckers up out the grave. And like, man, look at here, motherfucker, you know, look like they went to school with Abraham Lincoln or some goddamn body. You feel me? Like, God, you say you what? You ain't no motherfucker. You look 200 years old. You see what I'm saying? I'm just being 1,000 with you. Yeah, I'm just being, let's play this other one right quick, family.
The Book of Enoch is revealing the truth. According to what we now know, the Book of Enoch was suppressed in the 4th century because it did not accurately reflect the ancient scriptures. What if this isn't the case? What if it was because it accurately depicted human nature? In the book, it is explained how a group of angels known as the Watchers started rebelling against God and started teaching people things they weren't supposed to know, such astrology, known as the Watchers, started rebelling against God and started teaching people things they weren't supposed to know, such as astrology and how to make nuclear weapons. But not surprisingly, their starting point was no different than that of the Founding Fathers. They started lying to human women in addition to doing that, which led to the creation of the Nephilim. Others claim that the book is untrue, yet given the descriptions of how the earth was formed, the positions of the sun and moon, and even the current whereabouts of the Watcher angels, perhaps...
Yeah. Let's play this last one. Yeah. We got Silly Billy in the house, y'all.
You know that Enoch was a real powerful man because he's talked about in the Bible, yet his book is not in the Bible. It was left out by accident on purpose. And then
see, this nigga, he talk as if, literally talk as if he believed Enoch was a real man. You see what I'm saying? He literally talk as if he believed that goddamn Enoch was a real man. This nigga is, I don't know what's wrong with this nigga. He need to be playing in the never-ending story. You understand? This nigga trapped in these fairy tale books. He can't break it down for you, but I'm gonna break it down for you, family, because we know where this is. We know what this is. You see what I'm saying? Because they didn't have. I'm gonna tell you, because when Herodotus went into Egypt, right? And he went into, Ethiopia, which was Sudan. He say that our people, and even a lot of the Greeks, and I'm not saying because the original Greeks and shit was Africans, the ones like that was Africans. They didn't have, you see, so you got to understand the original gods was African. He said, goddamn it, the Ethiopians are the most handsome race on the planet. We talking about it African. We ain't talking, and I ain't hating. I'm just saying what it is. You know what I'm saying? This before any admixture, any of that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So we talking about, that was the most handsomest, most long-lived people on the planet. We didn't have no flaws. You feel what I'm saying? We didn't have no flaws. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, Hellas, yeah, you right. You feel me? That's African. That's the original. The original Greeks was African. The original Romans was Africans. The Etruscans, you see, the Trojans, and you see all of that's African. Okay, that's before the pale man got there. That's why when they speak of Troy, that's like, some fairy tale to them. They don't speak as if they were there. They didn't know. Even the Greeks and shit said this was thousands of years before we got here. You feel what I'm saying? That's why they talk about the Titans. They had gods before they gods. You see what I'm saying? Those were the primordial gods of the Africans that was in there before they got there. And even the Olympian gods were African. And then just like they did with the Egyptian, they began to create these European types, the Isises and Osirises. That's when you start getting the white Zeus and the white, and because Herodotus was saying that there was two Hercules. There were two, and you had the one that was born in Egypt, and then you had one that was born in Greece. That's exactly what he said. You see, it was two Hercules. And Hercules, the original Hercules and they have pictures because when they show him, a lot of times they show Hercules, he got curly hair. Am I right? Am I right? I just want to know if anybody out there, holler if you hear me. Okay, then. So, that's what it is. So, yeah, let's finish off.
The reason why is because he's talking about, and he calls these beings by their names, beings that were not from Earth, that came here from up above and engaged mankind. They taught us how to build weapons. They taught us about perfume and makeup. They taught us how to make jewelry and beer and all this other crazy stuff, right? So these beings were physical, corporeal beings.
Man, this nigga here, he need to be writing screenplays for Star Wars. You feel what I'm saying? Need to be writing screenplay for Star Wars. You feel what I'm saying? That's all. You feel me? So we're going to continue on with this. I'm not going to, matter of fact, I'm going to come right back tomorrow. I'm going to get on. He don't know what the fuck he talking. He wants you to get caught up in all that fairy tale shit. He wants you to believe that there's really a Anunnaki alien that came down here and mixed your DNA with an ostrich DNA and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or some crazy shit. Saying we hybrids. No, nigga, you a hybrid. And that's why we don't need to be mixing with none of these niggas. We need to keep our primordial blood pure. You feel me? Don't mix with these hybrids. You fuck around and you end up with some goddamn, what is it? What they call them motherfucker? Tasmanian devil DNA in your goddamn ass. You better leave them motherfuckers alone. That's right. But anyway, family, we got some more. We want to keep moving for the night. We got some more fire. Come right black. Woo! This is the fifth one. We got 4 more. Out the door, all of them out the gate. Come on back. This is get over there to Patreon. We got that work. We're going to have a powerful day tomorrow. Promise you that on Patreon. I'm going to have a powerful day. But it's already 4 of them up there on 5 from the last couple days. And so you can go up there and eat right now. You feel me? Get you a hot meal. You feel me? This is General Sarasun said. He said, hey, arm yourself. And thank you, nephew. Glad to see y'all in here. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black Power.